TE is a polarizing company. Some people really like their products, others not so much. And then there's this guy who is absolutely fuming. Their customer service experience with TE went so south that it led them to create a whole bunch of memes shared on social media. Some of these memes are absolute bangers and others are pretty mid. They also managed to get blocked by TE on Instagram, and they even started buying domain names such as toiletengineering.com, teenageengineering.tech, and teenageengineering.design. So what the heck is going down? Let's break this down. I was able to contact this customer in question and they explained what happened. There's also a really long Reddit post explaining the situation, but here is the short version. So a customer bought a TP-7 and the power button stopped working. They contacted TE, who send an RMA, which is a return merchandise authorization, with conditions, and the customer found this problematic. The customer responded with criticism on how they didn't like the tone of the message and the response. They felt that it was dismissive and borderline threatening, and the fact that it placed the entire burden on the customer with no dialogue or flexibility, according to them. So the customer rejected the supposed one-sided terms and tried to start a conversation with TE when TE fell silent. They followed up with 5 emails with no response from TE. Then came the memes, the articles, and the content campaign to raise awareness on how TE handled this particular customer's experience as a sort of public protest. They also claim that everything that they've done is documented and is sincere and that they are in the right. I also want to clarify that we're getting the perspective of the customer. We don't have a response from TE, and I don't want to pick sides. I'm just providing you with the information that was provided to me. And some of the memes were pretty funny. I have a feeling this customer could have just pissed off TE and that's why they're not helping, but I really don't know what TE's perspective is on this situation. However, what I do know is when you purchase a product, you are subject to a bunch of terms and conditions, but depending where you are in the world, you do have rights as a consumer that can protect you when things stop working. I'm not sure if the TP-7 ran out of warranty or how exactly the button broke. All I know is that the button is broken and this toilet meme is pretty funny. We also have to consider what TE is like as a company, especially when it comes to things like Fadergate and other customer service. We know with Fadergate, it took them a really long time to address and fix the situation. I'm going to put fix in quotation marks because I'm the one who made the tutorial on how to fix the Fadergate problem on YouTube. TE is also a busy company, and this might have slipped through the cracks, but not responding at all in an email is not really a good look in my opinion. You should at least say something or give some sort of explanation. It's also not like the gear from TE is cheap. The TP-7 is quite expensive and people want a quality product and decent customer service, for higher prices. And there's one key thing I know about customer service is that it's very important when you are running a company, especially when something goes wrong. It could mean the difference of having a repeat customer or forever losing a customer, which is likely in this case. But what do I know? I make synth videos on the internet. I also heard about other synth companies who have pretty good customer service who will actually ship you parts for your gear and sometimes instructions for smaller fixes. And just in general, they have good customer service. When it comes to this case, this is a polarizing situation, and I know that there's two sides to it. There's going to be people who will defend TE and defend the consumer. I'm just here for the bloody memes. So what do you think about the situation? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.